Air signs, Happy New Year. Let's see what's up. Okay, air signs, what a beautiful start. The Chariot with Temperance upside down. So there's something here that you feel like you need to earn still. Okay. This is going to be a very private time for you. You know, with Temperance upside down, you're having a hard time really encompassing this balance that you need, air signs. You're like wobbling quite a lot. Why you're having such a hard time feeling like you're in competition with other people, I'm not so sure why. We'll get to that. But you somehow feel like you need to be the best. You had to replan. You had to be inconvenienced. You had to be uncomfortable. There's also hanging on to a connection that's no longer there. This is a private wound. This connection made you feel whole. I'm like a square. It did. It made you just feel like everything was there. You're not going to see yet why this didn't work out for you. Oh, I don't know why I did that. I usually pull right from the top, honestly. Okay. All right. I'm going to do this because, well. So, you know, it's interesting that in what I call the wall that's starting to form now in my readings as of late, it's showing me like what your blockages are. And this comes out a lot, the Five of Pentacles, usually in this spot. Five of Cups upside down. It says that the worst is over here. The most that you are going to cry or be upset for this having to start over is done. You had to start over. The Seven of Pentacles here is like, fucking give up. Fucking give up. Back to the drawing board. This plan didn't work out. This strategy that didn't work out. And I'm no longer going to cry over that anymore. Like, sayonara. All right. And then we have the Chariot that comes through. And you just feel like you haven't earned it yet. Because once you get on this Chariot, you are going into the future. You are going to seek your justice. You're going to get what you need. But this is going to be a very private time. I think you may have gotten away from social media. You started to pick up the pieces of what you had after the chaos was over. Start putting things back together again. I mean, there's no wonder that you don't have a balance, like a feeling like you have a secure balance here. This made you feel secure. Whatever plan you were going for, it's weird because it's so detached, but you were counting on it. You were counting on it either to satisfy your ego. This feels like a fading connection that one person used to use to solidify their ego. And I don't think you are giving them the floor to do that anymore. You're not. You've now turned your attention to other things in your life so you can become temperate in order to be this emperor figure. You are the emperor figure. It's coming in as you need to be the emperor of your own life. This is the reason why card. There is no competition here with anybody else. Right now it's just you versus you. and try not to be dependent on whatever plan was back here. This plan you felt was a loving connection, something you don't want to remove yourself from. God, it feels like it was cut short, or like you don't feel like you have enough to go back, or for some fucking reason nobody feels like they're good enough. Okay, fine. Then we have the Five of Swords. So it's giving up to fight another battle at another time that's way more important than what this was. There were going to be things in your future that are going to challenge you, and this is you finally saying, I don't have enough gumption for whatever this was. I've reevaluated the situation. I'm going forward, and I'm going to take what's left in me to fight another fight. I feel like you're going to fall in love with yourself in the future. You're not going to need a man, but I see that if somebody does come through, you're not going to accept their offer. But what I feel more so is that you're becoming the man that you want to marry. Ace of Wands. Yes, this is correct. This is correct. This is what they're telling me. That's what I get with the Ace of Wands. It's like a gold star. You're going to become the man you want to marry. Which, I mean, Spirit, that's also... I'm talking to Spirit right now. I mean, that's also like a good thing and a bad thing, you know, because you can be very lonely. So let's see the Lovers. You will find somebody. But I think what this means, I think what he's getting at is you becoming the man you want to marry means that you're no longer dependent on whatever this was to make you feel like you were validated. And that's the temperance that you're looking for. To feel validated, to feel complete, to feel whole, you know, accepted, all that other shit. This is going to be a very quiet path that you're going to take. Very quiet path. All right, let's see, air signs, if you are dealing with water people, or what's the water situation? How's that affecting you right about now? I just checked to see if I was actually rolling. I hate it when I do that, when I do a reading and then I'm like, oh, I didn't even record it. Okay, for water signs. So you just missed the Chariot on the bottom. But we have the Hangman, the Lovers. We have Six of, okay, breaking contracts. The water aspect of this is saying that you have learned that you want a lot more when it comes to love. I think that in the past, you're looking at what kind of codependence, because the Hermit upside down is codependence. You rushed into these relationships that were not solid. And this is what you're saying. You're saying the reasons why this didn't work out. And it's because you kept making the same mistake over and over again. It's just like same mistake, different dude. And that's really what it is. Like, this person was some kind of soulmate, twin flame. But the problem is it was rushed in with codependence. And unfortunately, there is passion, ruling by passion and not by law, not by principle here. That's what ruined it. Okay. Have at it. If you're dealing with fire sign, or I'd say, I don't know if I'm saying that, because this is more like the energy that's coming toward it. I'm not doing the all the zodiacs. Well, it depends on how it speaks to me. Sometimes it'll tell me, even if I'm not looking for it. Like I keep saying, if you're dealing with versus like what is the energy. So I feel that there is somebody else to be dealt with, especially since this whole column here is you giving up on something that was really, really special to you. And validated that. The Chariot and the King of Wands there. Again, we see somebody giving up. You know, giving up to the very fucking end. It's like they could have watched your body rot and they would have still waited for you. This is the dog that died next to its human, and the human slept for 100 years and he woke up. This is like the skeleton of the dog. It's crazy. I'm not calling you a dog or anything. I'm not. I'm just saying that you just waited until there was like nothing left. You waited and waited and waited. Damn. Started to realize, you know, there has to be some kind of, there's got to be something else. You know, when you allow yourself to see what's in the moonlight, see what's in the distance. It's like, thank you and goodbye. The worst is over. It's important to remember that whatever memories that you guys had together are very important. This is what was worth it. This is what was worth it. This is the whole point of that. You know, there is a lot of beautiful things about this particular person. I think that they see this about you. This is their perspective. That they would have waited for you forever. You know, and they finally, just like one day, got up and left. It was closer to the new moon, but they made that sort of like a final thing. On like New Year's Eve, they started saying, I'm going to give way to this connection and allow it to die. That's what they did. So they're no longer going to think about this anymore past the new year. They've decided. They're going to put it behind them. Okay, if you are dealing with an earth sign, that was crazy how this lines up to New Year's. It's fucking crazy. Can't make this shit up. All right, if you are dealing with some kind of earth energy here, air signs, again, you have your Chariot. Don't allow the pain from this experience mar what it is that you have. The earth aspect of this really is, well, first I feel like they're watching you move along. I'm feeling another person's energies for sure here. They are watching you move along. And they themselves are also planning and waiting for their like cab to arrive. Somehow they feel like what they did to you was made you worse for wear. You know what I mean? Like kind of really just, they didn't need to do that to you. Because however they left you was the Empress upside down. So that's, you know, insecure, not feeling good about yourself, sort of waiting. And that's all this kind of wall energy that we had before. They understand that they had a part to play in that. I think karmically they have taken responsibility for that. They have, in other words, they've paid their karmic debt to that. At least they believe that they have. And for your own signs, or yes, your own energies, celebration of moving on. These high ideals again. These insights that are, I feel like you're getting downloads because they're coming toward you. They're coming toward the earth. This is successful. This is you at the Jack and the Page of Swords, like what we had before. being able to receive secrets from the earth. Finally, starting to understand why this happened to you. And you learned a serious lesson here, a lesson that like took part of you with this. This person, whoever this was, they scarred your ass. They took blood. They left an impression in your life that nobody will ever fill. There's a point where you have to call it quits if you're not going to correct what it is that you've done wrong. This person never corrected themselves. They're still having dreams about it. They still watch you even in weird. They still watch you even in your dreams. I'm like, weird, yeah, it's fucking romantic. The idea of it is very romantic. I think so. They can't touch you, but they see you in your dreams, just so you know. They're worried about your loyalty. There could be some black magic here. But nonetheless, this is a connection that is over. All right, air signs, well, happy new year and good luck to you.